Hi everybody, welcome to the Actors Academy. Thank you for tuning in today. Today we're going to be talking about 5 tips for acting. These tips, if you can use them and actually implement them into your work, it can make your acting 10 times better. It's giving you different ways of practicing, giving you different ways of approaching your character, and if you can use these, if you can actually implement this into your work, your acting will get far better, but you actually have to use them. So this video, we're going to try and make it as quick as possible. I don't want it to be crazy long, 20 minutes, because I do want you to be able to get all the information you can, and we are going through 5 different points today. Point number one is make sure that you know the genre that you are either auditioning for or you're doing your scene for and you're practicing. You have to know the genre. If you're going out for an audition for Disney Channel, you can't act like you're on an HBO show. The acting on HBO is completely different from the acting on Disney Channel. Disney Channel is also a little bit different from Nickelodeon, and Nickelodeon is different from a Marvel movie. Each one of these has their own way of acting. It's still you, it's still being realistic, but for example in Disney Channel, you're being a little bit more hyper-realistic. So when you're excited, you're extra excited. When you're mad, you're extra mad, but it's always with a lightheartedness. You're never truly mad at the person because you never actually hate them. In Disney Channel, it's really hard to have hate. You can be angry, you can be mad, but you never really hate anybody. Whereas in HBO, it's much more realistic. Some characters, you will hate them. Some characters, you will like them. Some characters, you will love them. It's still you, but it's playing different versions of yourself, and also you're playing within this bandwidth. The bandwidth, what I like to describe it as, is this. This is always you, because we're always acting a different version of ourselves. But on Disney Channel, our bandwidth, maybe it's a little bit more up here. We bring our whole level up, and then we make a little bit more room where everything's much more positive, much more happy. We never have our Disney characters go all the way down here where then they're hating somebody. It just doesn't happen in Disney Channel. It doesn't work if you've ever seen a Disney Channel show or Disney Channel movie. Whereas over here, if you're on HBO, maybe it's brought down a little bit more right here to a neutral area, and this is the area, the bandwidth that you're playing in. Sometimes maybe it goes a little bit more here. We can hate more, we can love more, but we have a bandwidth that we're playing in. The bandwidth for HBO is not the same as it is for Disney Channel. So we have to know the genre that we're in. We have to know the genre that we're playing in and that we're auditioning for. Tip number 2, if actors would apply this tip, it would greatly increase their acting abilities. And you don't need a coach, you don't need to go to any acting classes, you could do this at home by yourself. Everybody has a smartphone. What you gotta do, you gotta pull out your camera, put it up, record yourself. Record yourself doing a scene, record yourself doing a monologue, it doesn't matter. You have to record yourself acting. Because when you record your stuff, you start to find some of the faults and some of the things that are good. You start to find what is not realistic and what is realistic. So record your stuff and start to find what you're doing. And then eventually, if you do get a coach or if you do classes, you start to maybe find a little bit more that coaches are seeing that you're not seeing. But initially, what you can do is you can start to find your own faults. You have your phones, you have the technology, start to use it to help yourself. Tip number 3, find out what your character wants. Knowing what your character wants highly affects how your character acts within a situation. Does your character want to tell this person that you love them? Do you want to tell them that you hate them? It's going to be very different. If you want to tell this character that you love them, you're going to interact with them differently compared to if you want to tell them, I hate you. So you have to know, what does your character want? What are they wanting either now? What do they want in the next year, 10 years, at the end of the movie? Or what is their life aspirations? What do they want beyond the film, beyond the play, whatever it is that you're auditioning for, or whatever project that you're actually in? What does your character want? Knowing that. Sometimes for the scene, you have to focus on what your character wants now. Sometimes it's focusing on what does your character want next year at the end of the movie. Or sometimes it's trying to figure out what does your character want ultimately in life. It depends on the scene. It depends on you as an actor, what's going to work for you. But you have to know what your character wants. Tip number 4, watch other good actors. There are so many talented and great actors out there in the world, and there's a lot of okay actors, a lot of okay movies, okay TV shows. Start watching good actors. When you watch good actors, you innately start to pick up some of the things that they do. You also want to watch them with an active eye. What that means is when you're watching them, start watching what they're doing and start seeing what you like and maybe what you dislike. You're watching with an active eye. You're not just watching to enjoy the whole film, though you do still want to do that, but you also at times want to be able to watch the actor and see what are they doing that is so good in this moment. What are they not doing? Do they make strong eye contact or do they not make strong eye contact? When they're playing this crazy character, how crazy do they go? when they're playing this romantic character, how romantic are they? Watch other actors. Watch actors that you admire, that you would love to aspire to be like, and watch them. It's not necessarily mimicking their acting, but you are watching them, and you are watching what are some things that they are doing that's good, and you will start to innately pick those up within yourself. Use it. It's to your advantage. There's thousands of movies out there now with great actors showing you great acting. So start watching great acting and start trying to use it into your own work. The last point, point number 5, I call this the phrase finder. So what it is you're trying to find the phrase within the scene that defines what your scene actually is. What is one line within this phrase that defines what is the scene about? What's happening in the scene? Is it the line that says, I love you? Is that what it's about? Or is the scene about you saying, I hate this person in there? What is it? Is it trying to be you being able to have the confidence to tell your parents something? Or is it you trying to go and apply for this college? Or is it you trying to tell someone that you love them or that you hate them? What is it? What is one line within the scene that defines what the whole scene is? Because then when you're auditioning or when the camera's on you and you're doing the scene, you know what this scene is about. And when you can have these things, when you can have all 5 of these points that we've been going through, if you can work on them and use them and implement them into your work, it will greatly affect your acting and give you a much better chance at hopefully booking a part, because your acting will ultimately be better. So I hope this helps you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel so you can be up to date with everything. Give this video a thumbs up if it helps you guys. Also, I'll be leaving the 10-hour acting masterclass down in the description below and also in the comment section if you guys are interested in that. It takes about 2 minutes or so to sign up. And then the 10 acting resume templates will also be down in the description as well. Alrighty, see you guys next time. Bye guys.